welcome back to the show. It's great to have you back. Thank you for tuning in, and I cannot wait to share with you the guests that I have lined up this year. For today's episode, we have an incredible craftsperson on the show, so keep listening. You're in for a treat. Thanks again. Enjoy.
Hi, my name's Rachael and I'm a stonemason at Lincoln Cathedral.
Thank you for joining me today, Rachael. I know you're very busy.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I know you're quite the pro at the old podcast by now, aren't you?
I've got a couple, yeah.
Done a couple. Well, I wanted to start this one off by saying a huge congratulations because recently you have won the On The Tools Award for Craftsperson of the Year.
Yeah.
So, yay!
Yeah, no, that's wild, isn't it? I know, like totally like unexpected and like, yeah, just crazy. And everyone's been really nice. It's just,
Oh,
people are nice and that's nice. So yeah, it's been a really lovely honour. So yeah.
yeah, congratulations. Let's get into you and let's find out a bit more about you. Where did your journey start for people that don't know anything about you?
Yeah, so I went to university at 18 like you do. You finish school and you're kind of told that if you can go to university, you should go to university. That's like the only path. So
Yeah.
you sort of go to university. I did fine arts in Leeds,
Okay.
which is, usually you do art because you don't know what you want to do. In my case, at least. And probably, I mean, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have gone to university because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I just did the subject that I was good at. But just because
Yeah.
you're good at something doesn't necessarily mean you should do it. Doesn't mean you're going to make a career of it. Doesn't mean you enjoy it. I don't necessarily enjoy it. I was just always told I was good at it. So I thought, well, I better do that then. Just because you're good at something doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your job. So I definitely felt the pressure to go to university and didn't make the most of it at all. And then just worked in shops to pay my rent and then
Yeah, I
had
did the same.
yeah, right? When you finish uni, you're like, well, what do I do? Oh, I need to pay my rent. So I better just go and like work in a shop. And then I saw the apprenticeship advertised for Lincoln Cathedral when I was 29.
Okay.
I was really lucky that I was incredibly, incredibly lucky to be in a position where, at the time my partner was able to like support us. So I could kind of take the hit and go back
Yeah.
onto an apprentice wage, which is something that not a lot of people get the opportunity to do. So I count myself really lucky that I was able to do that at that time. Yeah, and it just went from there. I did the apprenticeship, loved it. First week there, I was like, oh, this is it. This is the thing that I'm meant to do. And
Wow.
yeah, did my apprenticeship and then went on to do a foundation degree, which the cathedral put me through. And now I'm doing a master's degree, which they're like supporting as well. So, and yeah, I've been there for 8 years now and they can't get rid of me now.
It sounds like they won't want to by the looks of things. Wow, so much to unpack. I mean, the fact that you started your apprenticeship as people would probably say later in life, because typically you start from school age, don't you?
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely becoming more apparent nowadays, I think.
I think,
And
yeah, I'm seeing, especially just in the last few years, when I did my apprenticeship 8 years ago, I was the oldest person on my college course by a country mile. I was like the age, I was almost old enough to be the mother of like some of the kids in there. But now that we're taking on trainees and we have bursary programs and apprenticeship programs, all different kinds of programs, but we're now seeing people coming in their like mid 30s to 40s, people who have like in our generation, the elder millennials, who felt the pressure to go to uni and are now like at a point in their life where they can actually take that step back and reassess what they want to do. And we're getting more older people coming in than younger people actually. So it's like a weird shift.
wow. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a valid point that you touched on about at the time when you started yours, that your partner was able to support you, because obviously rejigging your life career wise later in life comes with a whole bunch of concerns, especially if you've got children, or, there's a mortgage involved, etc. There's lots to think about. And yeah, if you've got that chance, I think you have to take it, don't you?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like in the past when people have said like, "Oh, what advice can you give to people who want to retrain and craft?" And my advice is like, don't take advice from me, because I was so lucky, and I'm very privileged that I was able to say, "Well, I'm just gonna earn like no money for the next 3 years so that I can like do this fun thing I want to do." Like that's not something that most people get to do. So I very much acknowledge the fact that I was in a privileged position to do that. So I'm not one that like dishes out advice like, "Oh, just do it." Like it's that easy. It's not. You've got like
Yeah.
mortgages and bills and kids and carer responsibilities and all this stuff. So a lot of people can't just say, well, I'm just going to quit my job and do this for 3 years. Like it's really hard. And it's a shame because there are people that would be amazing at like crafts or trades who maybe didn't have the opportunity when they were school age, didn't feel like they could, and now maybe can't. So it's tough.
It is, and everybody's situation is different, like we've said. And the people that do get the chance to look into doing a different trade, or a trade rather, or a craft, I mean, grab it with both hands. It's a once in a lifetime potentially opportunity, isn't it?
Definitely.
So, yeah, we definitely need more people in the trades, in the crafts. So if you get that chance, just think about it. Think about that passion, something that sparks you, and just go for it if it suits. So obviously you are part of the Lincoln Cathedral craft massive team. How is the massive?
That's
Um,
what we should start calling ourselves, the craft.
yeah, the craft massive. That was just off the top of my head. What what part of working in the cathedral do you love the most?
Oh, what a question. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? I love, so we're like a works department. So there's maybe like, I want to say like 20 odd of us, including joiners, glazers,
Wow.
conservators. There's 6 masons. So, it's quite a nice, little family kind of vibe, and we all get on really well. We're all kind of similar age-ish, kind of mid to late early 30s/40s.
Okay.
So it's quite a nice camaraderie. Like everyone there gets on well. We all have dinner together every day, and we all like hang out, and it's like so I really like working with people that I get on with and having that camaraderie because you're all kind of working on the same thing to the same goal. So
Yeah.
that's quite nice. And then also like I love the history. Like I'm a big history nerd. So being able to be on this like, medieval, like iconic monument and being able to work on it again is like a huge privilege. So just to be able to go to work and do that is amazing. And then also like just selfishly, like I quite like just being in my little bubble. So when we're in the workshop, you just put your headphones on and you just work on a stone for 8 hours and I just get to like zen out, listen to audiobooks, be in like the moment. It's quite like relaxing. It's quite like
Yeah.
therapeutic. So that's quite nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I used to live in Lincoln for a period, a good few years ago, and I've been into Lincoln Cathedral and I walked around it many a time, and it makes me think I've probably seen you at some point, but never actually realised it. So it's mad that you were
Yeah.
so close. Yeah, it's amazing. And obviously, there's some astounding intricacies to the cathedral itself. What's the most challenging part of working on the cathedral?
I think so. I mean, just with most like ancient monuments or historic, like listed buildings, like grade 1 star, big listed buildings like cathedrals or things like castles, like there's always going to be challenges. There's like a lot of conservation ethics, there's a lot of governing bodies, councils, like fabric advisory committees, and a lot of legislation and stuff around what you can and can't do. So, and a lot of people with a lot of opinions about what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. So there's always that challenge of what's best for the building, what's going to keep it standing, what is best practice, conservation ethics. And then obviously people have a lot of like vested interest. Like people love the building, you know, a lot of people come there. It's an
Yeah.
active religious building. So people have this like personal connection to it. So, you know, you might want to clean something up and make it look brand new, but that might be quite jarring to people because they've always known it in a particular way. And when you start changing it, then people can get quite like protective over it. So you've always got to bear in mind, like, yeah, what's the best thing for the building, for the structure, for the people, for the like the ethics, all that kind of stuff. So that's like interesting.
Yeah.
And then like probably the second most challenging thing is the pigeons. I hate pigeons. I hate them so much. Like, I'm an animal lover, like, I love all animals, like, when I started there, I was like, "Oh, this is so nice. Oh, pigeons, they're misunderstood. What lovely misunderstood birds." And then when you work on a scaffold long enough, you learn to detest pigeons, and that's just to me.
Oh, no. Oh gosh. With all the kind of red tape, as you could kind of categorize it, do you find that that makes the restorations take longer? Because I always have visions that there was always scaffolding up around the cathedral.
Yes. I mean, there's like, so 2 things there. There is always gonna be scaffolding up. A lot of people say, "When are you gonna be finished? When is there gonna be no scaffolding?" There's never gonna be a time when there's not scaffolding. We
Okay.
work around the building, so there is like a plan. Um,
Ah.
just briefly in a nutshell, every 5 years, the architect has to write what's called a quinquennial report, and that's for all kind of historic, but like churches and cathedrals. They write a thing called a quinquennial, which is a list, like a detailed survey of the entire fabric inside and out. And there's like a red list and an amber list. And red list is like things that has to
Mhm.
happen immediately, and then amber is like okay, somewhere down the line. Um, so there's like a we've got over 100 years worth of work, and we're just going to keep
Wow.
working through the red list. And then every 5 years, there'll be a new quinquennial and new things will get added. So it's like constant. So there'll always be scaffold. Um, but timeline wise, I always joke that there's like normal human time and then there's cathedral time. So like, whenever I explain to people, look, we're running on cathedral time, it's going to take a lot longer because you can't just say, well, this bit's broken, so we're just going to go up and take it down and rebuild it. You can't just do that. There's this, you know, the architect, the archaeologist, all these people have to make that decision. The head mason, the head conservator, everyone has input. And then there's like, it has to go to the fabric advisory committee, who might only meet once a month. And then it has to go to chapter, which is the cathedral's governing body, who only meet once a month, and they have to approve. And then plans have to be drawn. And so it's like this constant, like you're just constantly waiting for bodies of people to be in the same place to say yes
Yeah.
so that you can start the work.
Wow. Goodness me. I c I can see why it takes so long. I mean, obviously, the restorations of it are not to be done lightly, so I can understand why so many people have to be involved in the decisions, but yeah, goodness me.
Yeah, I think sometimes, like, especially on my Instagram, you get a lot of people who maybe, you know, don't know all of this background and they get very like, oh, what have you done that for? That's stupid. I think they think we're just playing at it, or we just woke up one morning and decided to do it and it's like a fun hobby. And you're like, no, there's like so much decision making and so much like admin and red tape and permissions that people don't even realize.
Yeah. Like, it's nice to know a bit of an inside scoop on it because, again, from an outsider's point of view who used to live in the area, just thinking, "Oh, the scaffold will come down at some point." No, it won't, not because it's an ongoing project, you see? So, yeah, wow, definitely, eye-opening, for sure. So, you now been in the business of crafts on a historic site for 8 years now. What would you say has been your biggest challenge being a female in the industry, if any?
Do you know, I see again, I'm like the worst person to ask this to because I've been incredibly lucky.
That's
Um,
okay, that's good.
I think because it's such a small workshop, it's not like a commercial site. So you're not getting this constant influx of like different people coming in and out and contractors and that kind of thing, where you might have more interactions with people who maybe don't see women doing this kind of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, in like heritage craft, in conservation as well in particular, there are quite a lot of women who work in conservation anyway.
okay.
Not so much in stonemasonry, which is the more like trade side. But I always thought because we're all there for like the same reason, we all love the building and we all love our job and our craft, is kind of maybe a more positive like attitude. So I've always gotten on really well with the guys in the workshop. We've always like had that camaraderie. So I've been quite lucky. The only place maybe where I've experienced any kind of like not necessarily discrimination, but just like knobheadishness is just Instagram, social media. But like that's not real life and it doesn't matter. So I just like ignore that.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's good that you've got that mentality towards it as well, because again, it can hurt sometimes when you get comments and just pure nastiness, really. There's no
Yeah.
need for it, you know?
A lot of nastiness online, but I just think, well, you don't do my job and I do, so it doesn't matter.
I've spoke to a number of different tradeswomen across the board in different areas, and I myself, being a decorator in the trades, find that coming to a certain age, you start to feel the aches and the pains and this and that, you know. And I've seen how many stairs you have to go up to in the cathedral. So I'd like to know how you stay healthy and how you find the trade is on your physical being, mentally and physically.
Yeah, oh, get ready for the answer to this. How long have you
Go
got?
for it.
My recorded TED Talk on all of my exercise. Yeah, no, I've always been like, I like exercise. I like doing things. I've always been one of them insufferable people that just is like, yeah, let's go rock climbing, let's go surfing, let's go skiing, let's do stuff. So like, yeah, I just smash the gym. I run 5K every Saturday. I'm one of those people. I'm sorry, guys. I go running every Saturday. I go horse riding. I go swimming. I go to the gym 3 times a week. Like my body is my most important tool. Like
Yep,
so to do my job, my body has to work. So
yep,
and I'm very conscious of that. So I will just even if I just go to the gym for like 20 minutes, it's better to do something than nothing. Just turn up and do something because so long as my body is working, I will be able to carry on doing this job. So that's, yeah, my only real advice. And, trying to eat healthy and nutrition and supplements. And, I'm 37 now. So yeah, all of that stuff really, getting a good night's sleep. All that stuff you're supposed to do and you never do because life gets in the way. I really prioritize that to the point where, yeah, I am probably a little bit insufferable of like, I can't go out, guys, I've got to go to the gym, or I can't do that today because I've got to go swimming. And people think, well, that's a bit of a cop out. But no, like if I don't make the time and prioritize that, then I will feel the effects of it later on when
yeah,
I'm struggling to climb a scaffold. Also, go to the chiropractor. Big advocate. Just
yep.
go to the chiropractor, guys. So worth it.
It is. I mean, I've been to a chiropractor for years, probably 10 years now, off the back of my old job, being sat down all the time. I got bad lower back. But since going back into the gym and lifting weights, I've not had to go to the chiropractor.
Makes such a big difference.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Since I've started doing some sprinting training recently, which is relatively new for me. And I've noticed since I've started doing that, just walking up turrets, I'm like, well, I used to really struggle doing this. And now like I don't feel like I'm struggling. That's great. If you can make it
Yeah,
so that your day to day is easier, brilliant.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think any sort of movement. And I I might be biased. I'm quite the advocate for weight training now, especially for women. And I think one of the biggest changes I've seen is leg strength and how much it just helps. You
Oh,
know,
so much. Yeah.
it's crazy, but yeah, definitely. And never underestimate a good night's sleep, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. It's the best.
It is the best.
I know, and I'm
Definitely.
rubbish as well because like, I have to get up for work. Like, I leave my house at 6 a.m.
Do
So, like
you?
and I'm not one of those people that can just roll out of bed and roll into the car. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, if you leave at 6 a.m., why aren't you just getting up at 10 to 6?" No, cannot do
Mm-mm.
that. That's not
No.
normal. Like, I need time to, like, wake up, have breakfast, like, sort my life out, stare
Yeah.
into the abyss for half an hour. So, like, I get up at, like, 5 a.m., like, sometimes half 4, sometimes 5 a.m. every morning. I go mad early, so I go to
Yeah.
bed at, like, 8:30 because I'm, like, an old woman now. So I'm basically everyone in my friends and family knows I don't do anything after work midweek, like, that's it.
Okay.
I'm not going out midweek because I wanna be in bed before 9 because 'cause I'm getting up at stupid o'clock, so, like, my social life, Monday to Thursday, non-existent.
Do you know, that's fair play. That's some strong willpower there as well, because I I would love to go to bed before 9 o'clock. You know? I can't. I don't know what it is. I'm more of a 11 o'clock kind of person, and then I'll get up at, like, 6:30 kinda
Yeah.
jobby, but 7 to 8 hours does me sleep-wise.
Yeah, I know. Aren't women supposed to get like? I feel like I'm gonna say like, oh, I saw something somewhere, and we all know it's gonna be on TikTok because that's where you get like all of your like really important current affairs information. But aren't women like supposed to get like 8 to 10 hours to be like hormonally balanced? There's been like some studies
Really?
done on that. It's really interesting, like because our
Okay.
hormone cycle works differently to men's, so we're supposed to get like 8 to 10 hours sleep a day.
Wow, I wish I could
Yeah.
get in fact, the other day I had 10 hours sleep. I had 3 on the sofa and I had 7 in bed. I was like, yeah, I was a new woman afterwards.
Unbelievable.
Oh, keeping on just the health point of things, you touched on supplements and things like that. I know I take an abundance of them. I'm a little bit older than you, only by a couple of years, but next year I'll be 40. So, yeah, taking the supplements is quite a routine of mine. What is there anything specific you would be okay talking about in what
Yeah.
you take?
So what I take every day is I do vitamin D3 in gummy form because obviously everyone needs vitamin D. Everyone is lacking vitamin D.
Yeah.
And also D3 is good for lowering cortisol levels, which is the stress kind of hormone. So if you're
Ooh.
stressed, your cortisol levels are raised and that causes other issues. So D3 can help with lowering that, which is always good. I take NMNs, um, which is the kind of the new like hot thing to take. But that's yeah, it helps with energy, especially as you get older. Like the kind of the cells in your body that like give you the oomph and the energy start to not be produced as much. I guess I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but yeah, the NMNs are like really good for like energy and supporting that. Like yeah, when you're awake. And I take collagen, obviously, because I'm a 37-year-old woman. Got to sort this out. So yeah, I'm on the collagen and then I do turmeric shots as well. And I
Mm.
also, because I'm doing the gym a lot, I'm doing a lot of weights and a lot of sprint training. So I take Huel, the protein shake
Yep,
with 3 grams of creatine.
nice.
So that's my current
Cool.
nutrition situation.
Not too different from mine. I take the creatine. Um, I also do vitamin D. I'm not sure if it's D3 though. I'll have to look at that. That's good to know. It's quite a big thing at the moment about cortisol levels, isn't it? And stress.
Yeah.
So that is good to know, definitely. I also take like a multivitamin for immune health. I can't afford to be off sick.
Yeah, just like when you're self-employed, like you need to be like, yeah, your body is your best tool. You need to be present.
Indeed. Yeah, yeah. I take magnesium for my joints as well, because obviously up and down on your knees, up and down the stairs. What else do I take? Oh, I actually take a perimenopausal tablet as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm like 37 and it kind of, from your 40s.
I started taking that when I was 38. I was getting short-tempered more than normal. Um, my sleep was getting interrupted. I was getting really random, joint pain that I'd not had before. So I was getting hip pains. I was waking up in the morning and I literally was in agony getting out of bed, and nothing else had changed in my life. Yeah, heart flutters. Um, yeah, so just the start of the typical symptoms that they tell you to look out for. So, yeah, that kind of I notice if I don't take it.
I might yeah, I've been reading a lot about perimenopause and looking into that because, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to start happening. And it's not like you can go to the doctors and be like, oh, I think I'm perimenopausal. Because I tried that last year and the doctor just rolls their eyes and goes, oh, don't wish your life away. And then, like, send you on your merry way.
Yeah. Oh, you're just stressed. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's probably just your period.
I
Like,
know.
doctor stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it should be some sort of stigma that we don't talk about it, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, we've
Yeah,
gotta talk about this stuff because, like, women's health is famously not very well researched even now, like, a lot of,
indeed.
like, drugs and a lot of like, women's kind of problems, like, women's health related issues, you know, medical misogyny is a real thing. And they're like, oh, yeah, we definitely tested these drugs on women, but those women were hamsters and 2 of them were dead. Oh, it definitely works. Like,
Oh, it's shocking. Yeah, it
yeah,
really is. And I think, the more yeah, like you say, the more we talk about it, the more it makes other women think and hopefully have a similar conversation with someone close to them, and it's not a taboo thing or anything like that. It's
yeah,
you the earlier you recognise it, the earlier you can find something that will help your days become easier.
yeah, definitely.
Um, and I think obviously because being women in trades that we've potentially not got that camaraderie in a fellow female in your work environment. So therefore you might not have somebody to kind of confide in. So I think
Oh, dude, I will fully go into the workshop and be like, "Guys, got my period. Yeah, period 5." And, like, we have a calendar, and I will put it on the calendar, and I
fair
will
play.
tell everyone, like, "This is the week. Due on in 3 days, guys. Big
Brace
week."
yourselves.
And, yeah, I will, like, fully tell everyone. I think it's really important that we just make it like it's a normal thing. Like,
Yeah.
52% of the world's population have had or are capable of having periods. So, like, actually, we're the majority, we're the most normal. So,
There you
like,
go.
yeah, I will just go into the workshop and announce it and tell everyone what's going on and give them all the details. And yeah, and I actually have endometriosis as well. So,
Do
like, I
you?
struggle, like, occasionally. I'm not like, not so bad that it really affects my life, but I will get some curveballs. And
Oh,
yeah, and like, everyone at work knows I talk about it and I explain it to them and I draw diagrams. And yeah, I'm
good for
a
you.
big fan of just talk about it because it's normal.
Absolutely. Wow. And I think it is a hard thing to approach, especially when you're working in an environment that's all male. But again, if you are able to share what you're going through, it's just like when we ask the guys, we understand that the mental health for guys in the trades is shocking, and tackling that topic of giving them space to talk is just the same for us when it comes to, say, this topic of women's health,
Mm,
because your periods impact you for what, 2, 3 part weeks of a month. So therefore, you are gonna be up and down mood-wise at work. So
mm,
it's a good return conversation to have on a touchy subject, I guess, a sensitive subject,
yeah.
in the workplace. So, yeah, definitely don't shy away from talking about it to anybody.
Yeah, people
Definitely.
need to know. Like, I will, if I go on like a cleaning rampage in the workshop, I'll be like, guys, I'm ovulating, so I need to clean everything. Like, just
Brilliant.
need to know, like, guys, I'm in my luteal phase, so I'm gonna be really angry this week. And they're like, oh, angrier than normal. So it's just like, because they've all got wives and daughters and mum partners, like, so yeah, they're
Yeah.
grown ups. They all know.
That's it. That's it. And I guess this is where kind of social media comes into a good light as well, where we have all the groups for each kind of trade, and Instagram especially I think is a super friendly place amongst trades and crafts people, because I feel if you're in a trade or a heritage craft such as yours, that there's just so much respect for each other, I
Yeah.
feel. And if you can find some good eggs to kind of speak to and create that little group amongst different trades, then you can kind of open up and share what you're going through as well.
You know, you definitely, like, Instagram's been great for, like, finding my people. And I've got, like, a little group of people that I can, like, go to if I've got, like, yeah, queries or concerns or questions, or how have you guys managed this or cope with this? And yeah, it's been a great, like, not just like networking, which is a really wanky thing to say, but like genuinely have formed, like, some meaningful connections with people that I've just met over Instagram, which is
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, I've found the same from just doing the podcast, like interviewing people and then talking to them again afterwards. You bond and you get that sort of similar energy level from people, don't you?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I still, it blows my mind still that social media can do that for you. Like you feel like you know somebody, but you've never actually met them in person. It's mad. It's mad. I want to touch on your. Am I right in saying it's ambassadorship with Stabilo?
Yeah, yeah, I'm just part of the family at this
Yes.
point. There's just um, yeah, no, I've been working with them for about 5 years, 4-ish years, 5 years, I think, 4 years, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was always from like I started my Instagram page because I was like, well, I want to document almost like a blog or like a diary, document my training so that when I'm an old lady, I can like look back at it and be like, oh, look how much fun I had. So yeah, I just kind of used it as like to document. I didn't actually expect anyone would be interested in it. And then it became like a bit of a monster and people started to become interested in it. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
Um,
no.
and I've always said from the start, it's going to be like kind of informative, a bit educational, like fun, because like why not? It's social media, it's supposed to be social. Um, but I'm quite like strict on I'm not gonna advertise stuff. I don't work in telemarketing. It's not my job to sell people's products.
Yep.
However, if a company like that I already use their stuff, like and Stabilo are just the best levels, aren't they? Like everyone knows that. Everyone who works in construction is like, well, yeah, they're the best ones. Um, so yeah, if a company that whose tools I already use a lot anyway are like, "Hey, we'll send you some tools or we'll work with you," I'm like, "Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
'cause I use your stuff." And I say no to more companies than I say yes to. I pretty much say no to everyone because well, if I don't use it, I'm not gonna like
Yeah.
tell people about it. And yeah, I've been quite lucky. Instagram's great for that. Like, if a company wants to send me some like yeah, a hammer, like Thor is amazing. I use Thor hammers. One of the best tools I have is my buffalo hide Thor hammer. And then they were like, "We're going to send you a hammer." I was like, brilliant. I
Wow.
already use your hammers. That's amazing. Thank you. So, yeah, the stability thing is fantastic. And they're really actually a nice company. Like, I wouldn't like be endorsed by or work with a company if I didn't actually like the people that
Yeah.
ran the company or like the kind of the marketing people that I have to deal with. And they're just all dead lovely and we're all just mates at this point. So it's just like hanging out with
Wow.
your mates. Just nice.
I love that because you went to the factory, didn't you, in Germany with Emily as
Yes.
well? In when
Yeah.
was that October?
So was it September? It might have been September. End of
Oh, yeah.
September? Yeah.
Okay. That looked insane, that
Oh,
trip.
it's amazing. Yeah, 'cause I'm the kind of nerd that's like, I wanna know how stuff's made. Like, if I
Yeah.
get to go to a factory and see how something's made, cool. Yeah, that was do you know what? That was actually the second time I went to the factory. I was
Really?
returning. Yeah, I
Look at
know.
you.
Old hat at this point. Got my own parking space. Um but yeah, no, that was so they really do honestly, they really take care of their people. Like if they're like working with like Instagrammy people, then they are a really good company that actually take care of us and they take us on little trips and treat us to
Nice.
dinner and they're just yeah, and it's still a family run company and it's been there for over
Wow.
100 years and they've got a nice vibe. They're not just a big like white ticket kind of company that just yeah, churns out stuff. They actually make the stuff and sell the stuff, which is quite nice.
There you go. Amazing. And I understand the want to only kind of rep stuff that you products that you use. Totally get that because again, you can I feel if you don't use it, then you can't genuinely give a good like overlook on things, on
Yeah.
products, you know. I don't quite understand nothing against people that choose to do it, that's their choice, but personally I wouldn't I'm on your boat, so to speak. I wouldn't rep a product that I wouldn't use, you know?
It feels
Definitely.
disingenuous and, like, I think
That's
people
it.
can tell, but, like, obviously, there are people that work with loads of brands and really play the game, and that's amazing, like, if that's your USP and that works for your page and that works for the kind of content you make and you make that kind of content and you're doing it well, like, crack on, good for you. What an
Absolutely.
amazing tool, like, to be able to do that. Like, social media is a great tool for that, but then, you know, people use social media in different ways for different things, and I just use mine in a different way, and selling products to people wouldn't fit in with how I use my page.
Yeah.
So, and also like I can't just make content up. I can't just wake up and go, today I'm going to make a video about a spirit level. Like I just have to be using it in my job. If that week I happen to be fixing some ashlars and I happen to need a spirit level, then I'll make a video. But I'm not in control of my timetable. I'm not in control of the work I do. So yeah, if a company that like Thor, if the company that makes hammers is like, "Can you make a video about a hammer this week?" If I'm not fixing a stone, then I can't. I
Yeah.
can't just invent a video just for a product. So it has to fit in with what I'm doing. It has to be something that I actively use and that I would use and pay for anyway. So that's, and also I don't have time, man. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time to like,
Especially if you're in bed by 8, you know?
yeah. I just think it takes ages and I'm rubbish at it. Like, it's so boring and I hate doing it.
I know, I'm not a huge fan, but again, it's one of those things that keeping up with the times and social media is such a big part of everyday life. There can be that slight pressure of feeling that you have to still keep yourself in people's feeds and,
Yeah.
stay relevant and all that sort of stuff, you
Oh,
know?
the pressure is real, man, and some people are so good at it. Like, you look at
Yeah.
people that have got all the kit, and that's amazing. If that's what they're into, some people get really into, like, the kit and the editing, and their pages look incredible and so, like, editorial and beautiful, and I think, "Oh, I wish I could do that," but I just can't. I
I
just
got the
have to clip
time.
my phone to a scaffold pole and put it on time lapse, and if it's good, then I'll post it, and if it's not good, then I'll probably still post it. So
Love it. Obviously, you are fixed on working at Lincoln Cathedral. Is there any big events or anything coming up in relation to what you do day in, day out?
well, big events. I mean, our work is quite like it works on like a cycle. So at the moment we're outside. We're trying to stay outside for as long as possible until it gets too cold. Because the
Okay.
longer we stay outside, because we only have like so many months of indoor work. So the longer we can stay outside, then the longer we can stay like indoors over the winter. We don't want to finish our indoor work in like March and be out in the rain.
Yeah.
Nice to stay indoors till like end of May. Um, so we do. Do you know what? What's really exciting is after Christmas we're going to be doing some really good carving, and I'm so excited about the carving that we've got coming up because we've
Ooh,
had the last couple of years has been quite not boring, but kind of very samey in terms of the kind of stones that we've been working,
okay.
and we're going to be doing some really exciting, beautiful carving January, February, and I'm buzzing about it.
And will that be for pieces that sit on kind of the apexes of the cathedral, so to speak?
Yeah, so yeah, on the pinnacles
Mm.
at the top of the flying buttresses on the chapter house, we're going to be doing finials and crockets and stiff leaf capitals, and we're all going to get the chance to do them, and it's all very exciting.
Goodness me. I don't know what any of those things are, but they all
Ah,
sound amazing.
I'll do it, I promise.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see. Well, hopefully, you'll get some content of it so we can see what
Yeah.
those things are. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So we've come to the point where I like to do a quick fire question round.
Oh
Are
God,
you
okay.
ready?
Yeah, go on then.
Easy one to start with. Tea or coffee?
Tea,
Fine detail carving or block shaping?
detail carving.
Limestone or sandstone?
Oh, limestone. Yeah, all day long. Like only limestone ever. Never want to work sandstone. It can get in the bin. Sorry, sandstone masons. No, it'll kill you. It'll literally kill you.
Ah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Inches or millimeters?
Both at the same time, totally fine. I will measure something as 3 feet, 2 mil. That is
There we
fine.
go. Brilliant. Driver or passenger?
Driver,
Yeah.
always.
A road run or a track run?
Road run.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no. Ooh, track run. Oh, no, that's hard.
I thought it would be.
Yeah, I do like being on the track. It's quite nice. Ah, both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Track run with your dad? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, track run with dad.
I've
Yeah.
seen him.
That's
I've seen him running that track on your socials. Go on,
he's
dad.
rapid, you know. He's fast as athletics.
Go
Yeah,
on.
he competes nationally. He's a fast dad.
Go on, son.
Yeah.
Yes, love that. And two more. Gothic arches or Romanesque curves?
Romanesque curves. Big up the Romanesque. Doesn't get the rep it deserves. We need more Romanesque out there in the world.
Awesome. And a vintage warehouse sale or high street sale?
Vintage warehouse. Dead people's clothes. Always dead people's clothes.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say that. Awesome.
Oh, well
Look,
researched questions.
thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Right. Final few here for you that I ask everybody that comes on the show. And first one is If you could be a different trade, what would you choose and why?
Ooh, well, that's not fair. Oh, I'd like to be a blacksmith. Is that a trade or a craft?
Ooh, but
Yeah, these are good.
either,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, toolsmith, making tools, making swords. Yeah, blacksmith.
What a choice! That's incredible. No one said that yet, I don't think. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, big up the blacksmiths.
amazing. Do you know, if there is a blacksmith out there, get in touch because I want to speak to you. I've been trying to find somebody like that, and you're very, like, undercover, so hit me
Yeah,
up. Come and talk to me.
we'll
We'll have
find
you
some.
on. Definitely. What trade or who do you think I should have on the show next?
Have you spoken to Emily yet?
Yeah, she's been out.
Ah, sure.
I'll speak to her again though if she
Oh,
wants
speak
to.
to her again. She's the best one. Yeah. Oh,
Brilliant.
get some more like heritage crafty people. Get some Thatchers. See if you can find a Thatcher.
I'm
Yeah.
trying. I am trying my best on that one, I tell you that, definitely. Yeah. Again, another undercover craft that they like to just stay in their lane and do their thing, you
Yeah.
know. Come and talk to us. People want to know about what you do. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Thatcher's
definitely.
cool.
Isn't it? I know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, lovely. Well, where can people find you on social media, Rachel?
You can find me mostly on Instagram at the Ginger Mason. Not just a clever name.
Mhm.
I am on TikTok, but I am rubbish at it because I'm an elder millennial. So once a month, I'll remember I have a TikTok and post a video. So it's not very good. So yeah, Instagram.
I think all of us our age are the same with TikTok. We say we're on it, but then we're like, "Oh, but I never post on it. It's just too hard."
It's intense. It's really intense. There's too much stuff.
Oh, brilliant. So, Instagram, the Ginger Mason, that's where we'll find all your best work, and I'll make sure that all your links are in the show notes anyway. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for giving me some time today. I've loved speaking to you about so many different topics. It's nice to touch on women specific topics if it fits in the conversation, it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
definitely. No, it's been nice. Thank you for having me on. Good chat.
You're welcome. All right, lovely. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I just want to say a quick thank you for listening to this episode. And if you want to hear more from awesome tradeswomen, don't forget to drop me a like or a follow so you don't miss out on future episodes. See you next time on Life of a Female Tradie.